Ugh. They went ahead and they did it again. Oh man. What's going on, guys? Medieval here, and today I want to talk about the update that we received not too long ago. A couple days ago, I forget exactly what day, but it was the update that brought stage, uh, uh, rather, added 1,500 more stages for us to farm. From the previous 5,200 cap, we can now push to 6,700, which I did stream the night it came out. I raced to 6,700 first on EN server, so if you haven't seen that stream and you feel like checking it out, that video is on my channel. But aside from that, we also received the new chapter 18 in Defense Battle. We received more Tower of Ascension stages, up from 470, I believe. We also received the brand new tile in Land of Conquest to grab Borbo, who gives attack and graze rate. So that's a great pet to have. Always make sure you get yourself a copy of every pet and every unit in the game. But the main thing about this video is actually a couple of things. Of course, I want to go over Laima, or Laima, however you pronounce it. Whether or not you should pull her, whether or not you should pull Charlotte. So we're going to go over those things, but I really wanted to talk about the status of the game. I wanted to talk about the state of it and where I see it kind of heading, personally. And you know, my opinions on it and whether or not I think it's good or not. If you guys haven't seen Jug's videos, by the way, he also goes over his opinions, which he makes some extremely valid points. I would definitely give him a watch. He is an awesome content creator. Shoutouts to Jug for making his video content on Laima and you know, voicing his opinions on the current state of the game, which I'm going to be doing here right now. So, as it stands, we have 3 banners open currently. One of them was existing from the last week, which is the Tessarian banner, which, if you saw my last video, I did mention some things about pulling him, and if you can get him to 3-star, do that. I rescind that statement. He is good, don't get me wrong, but he's more of a unit that's good when he's at 7-star and awakened at 7-star, versus getting him to 3-star and awakening him at 3-star. You could do that if you wanted to. I don't recommend it at this point. I think now, especially now, Laima is the all-star unit of the game. She is by far and away the most broken unit. She just came out. She surpasses Sabrina tenfold. She's just way better than Sabrina. And you, of course, you do have Charlotte as well, who you're also going to want. If you don't have any stars on your Charlotte, or you don't even have a Charlotte copy, you want to get 1 copy. Like I said, always 1 copy of every unit. But then you want to pivot immediately into Laima. You want to pool all of your resources into this unit because she's that good. Matter of fact, I'm going to just say she's broken because that's what I personally feel. I think she's overtuned, and you can see that via her crit attack and her ultimate skill. Her basic attack is standard stuff, that's no big deal, but this, a 60% attack is crit damage to enemies within 3 meters of her 5 separate times, while giving ranged the add accuracy up buff, which is very similar to, I forget what the buff is called, very similar to accuracy up, which is the same amount, 20%. And then she also applies add damage to targets under blind, which her main skill is going to apply. It's going to apply a 5-second blind. Now, compared to units like Tessarian, Lucia, Lucian, who have add damage and they deal 50% more damage, she deals 100% more. All 5 hits are going to deal 100% more damage. This is where you're seeing that damage come in if you've already pulled her, if you're already using her. She's doing more damage than my Sabrina at 3 less stars no enhancements, and way less splendor contribution. She's a completely broken unit that changes the game entirely, and it moves us more towards that ranged meta that we sort of want to steer away from. I don't want it to just be ranged all the time. I mean, we're lacking in unit diversity as it stands. I mean, utility, you only really use 2 units. If you use Chisun, it's in guild battle. If you use Tetra, you shouldn't. Put her away. Put her back in the box. There's way better units. You can even use Chisun over Tetra 9 times out of 10. If you look at tanks, we've got Ariel, we have Ophelia, both very good. Mav has a place as well. But I mean, in comparison to the other roles, there's literally only 7 tanks in the game. That is really sad. We need more tanks. We need more comp diversity than just having all of these ranged units and all of these melee units as well. So I'm really hoping that they start to pivot instead of trying to power creep with units like this Laima that completely change the course of the game and your priorities. Like I said, you know, it feels like it's getting a lot more predatory, and you can see that actually in a few different ways. The first way that I think is the most noticeable is through this event, the Laima's covert operation. Previous events, you got both sides of rewards without spending any currency. As long as you completed the missions, you could grab the rewards and you just move on to the rest of the other content like normal. In this case, you only are given the left-hand side rewards, and the right-hand side you have to spend crystals to purchase. I don't like that. I mean, the resources that you get from these event chests are great. You're getting breakthrough stones, you're getting magic orbs, you're getting summons, etc. But they should be given to us regardless, especially through an event when resources are scarce enough as it is. The biggest resource, for example, is breakthrough stones. When you reach a certain point in the game where you need to start looking at units that you want to take to 60 and above, breakthrough stones are sorely lacking, whereas we get an abundance of mana or XP stones. So the ratios are way off, and the only real way to even get breakthrough is through the abysmal monster XP drops, or through Coliseum in the shop. Once a week you can get 5 of them. This is 25,000, which isn't even enough to get a unit from 60 to 65. So instead of adding more organic ways for us to get useful resources like breakthrough, they instead add a shop weekly pack for breakthrough stones when we already had a similar pack in the limited section for the same kind of resources minus the offline XP. So it's just, I'm seeing more of a predatory shift that they're starting to follow more of, and they're not really addressing the gap that's currently widening between free-to-play and spenders and whales and whatever in between. Banners don't last long enough. Banners are 2 weeks, which is nowhere near enough time for a free-to-play player to get their hands on useful units. Let's say you're waiting for Sunday Reset to pull some crystals from Arena and Critter in order to pull on a banner. Let's say you pull Charlotte banner the first week and you say, oh, I'll wait until next week for Sunday Reset to pull Laima. Nope, it's not going to work, because by the time Sunday Reset happens, this banner is gone, and you now have resources that you would have used hoping that you're going to get a better unit on the next banner. The fear of missing out, the FOMO that they're introducing with this, is not good for the game in terms of longevity. I don't like it. I think that they should increase banner durations to 3 or 4 weeks. This gives everybody a chance, free-to-play light spenders and obviously whales, to get these banners at a easier time gate. It just makes more sense instead of having these short 2-week windows. And this is mainly for free-to-play that I'm concerned about, because that gap is only widening. And you know, I would really hate to see it get to a point where free-to-play just lose interest altogether because they can't progress fast enough. So I really hope Com2uS sort of pulls back a little bit, looks at it, and comes at this with a different approach, instead of just trying to cater to the power creep units and the whales with these shop packs that just put us so much further ahead that it's ridiculous. I mean, you can see here, I'm almost 600 G power. That is disgusting. My orb level is 30. I don't think we should be at orb level 30 yet. The game is still, I don't even think it's 2 months old yet, and we already have max level orb. It's too fast. It's too much too fast is all I'm saying. I think we need to tone it down so that we can breathe a little bit easier and progress at a healthy rate, instead of just expediting it to the point where whales just get bored because they beat the content in literally a day. So that's really it. That's my gripe for today. I just wanted to go over my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you have, you know, things that you want to talk about or address? Throw it in the comments for me to read. I love checking out what you guys say. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you want to see more content going forward, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.